The following podcast is a part of RadioMisfits.com.
I hate that part of it. I don't even know when we're on. There's no cue. There's just like 40 seconds of dead air.
That is so funny.
Welcome to Pugs and Kelly's Practical Pics, where each week we get together, we look at the slate of NFL games for the upcoming weekend and before tomorrow, Thursday. We record on Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
And Kelly picks all the games based on what? Tell the folks what expertise you use.
Instead of actual players on the team fighting each other, well, I guess it's not fighting, playing against each other, the mascot is battling the other team's mascot. So it's a mascot matchup.
Yeah. It's who she thinks will win. You know, a lion take on a panther, who would win in a fight. We break it down. That's how she picks. Now, I know that sounds absolutely absurd, but she's had wonderful success over the years doing this. However,
I knew that was going to come.
However, that success did not roll over into last week as you had your worst week of the year.
Oh, no.
Which is bad because last week I said you had your worst week of the year. This is two worst week. You're on a, oh God. You went 6-7, one game under 500.
Could have been worse.
It could have been much worse. And that's why let's be optimistic about if this is your worst week, one game under 500 is your worst week. You are still, your season record is 85 wins, 78 losses, utilizing your unique methodology, 85-78. So come on, let's have a good week here.
Too close. Looking at the games though, it's a little rough.
Bad mascot matchups? All right, let's get started. Here we go. Let's start week one. The first game tomorrow night, Thursday night football will be, who do we got? Yeah, Thursday night football. Thursday night football is the Patriots taking on the Steelers.
Yep. Steelers, they work in a steel mill. Not sure exactly what their job is, but it seems like it would be heavy and hard work. That's what I get from that name.
Their job is to build America's middle class. That's what their job is. They are the backbone of this great nation of ours.
Used to be.
Yeah.
Versus the Patriots. And you can view the Patriots as, if you want to go evil, where were you on January 6th? Or if you want to go revolutionary, you can go that way.
Well, wait, I got another way you can go that I was thinking about earlier today. And
okay.
It's interesting that we've never known or we've never used this method, but virtually every time the Patriots are used colloquially, it's always Pats. Mm-hmm. They're Pats. So this could just be a bunch of gender androgynous Saturday Night Live characters from the 1990s. Just a bunch of Pats.
Which I would not be afraid to fight. I feel like, if I can take a lady on at the bus stop, I can take on a person named Pat.
Yeah.
So I think this
Kelly was accosted by a lady at the bus stop today.
Yeah.
Story off the air.
You look at me and I just scream confrontation at 6:22 in the morning. It's exactly what I like to do. Anyway, I think the Steelers are tough, and especially against a girl or a guy named Pat. If they're battling Revolutionary War thing, the steel mill would probably be confusing because I'm pretty sure that wasn't around back then. So I'm going to have to go with the Steelers. Right? They didn't have steel mills. Why would they have steel mills?
Well, they didn't have steel mills. But here's what I'm thinking. So, all right, the Patriots, we know they have weaponry, but they got those muskets. They got things that take forever, right? And then like a Steeler, this is a modern Steeler. It's a modern steel worker. There is no, so even a modern steel worker with one of them tools, I don't know, I think they might be able to take a Patriot.
I think that they could hide behind like a steel, what would that be, wall? Steel?
I think the Patriots' gun is going to misfire, as they often did, but they were fighting guys with guns that also misfired, so it was pretty even. So their guns would misfire, and then they'll be like, they do that thing, and then they're all, and while that's happening, the Steeler would just run up with a wrench and just crack them on the head.
Right.
I think the gun, the ineffective weaponry would render them vulnerable.
Yep. So I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I think that they could pull it out. Honestly, I have no idea if they're good this year or not. Is Ben Roethlisberger still playing for them?
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the level of football competency we get. She is not an expertise. No, Big Ben has been gone, Kelly, for, I don't know, years.
Did he go to jail?
No, no, he did not. He just retired. He went to the Hall of Fame, I believe. No,
Well, sure. Seems about right.
I don't think he's there yet. I don't know. I don't know how long ago did Big Ben I don't know. Moving on. All right. Let's see.
When does Ben Roethlisberger retire?
On January 27th, 2022, Roethlisberger announced his retirement from the NFL.
Just last year?
This answer is from Wikipedia.
Okay, thanks.
No.
He can't be wrong, right?
No, but when he hasn't played. What year is it?
It's 23.
All right, moving on.
All right.
But no, he hasn't been relevant in a while. I'll put it that way. All right, game 2, Sunday, noon games. This is going to be the first one. The Buccaneers at the Falcons.
Interesting matchup because I could see them actually fighting in real life. I could see that the Falcons would bother them on a boat.
Yeah.
Especially if they had food, which probably didn't they have to leave with food?
Well, these are not Seahawks or seagulls. These are Falcons. Falcons take and hunt their food. They don't scavenge.
They don't?
No. Falcons are Falcons are one of the apex predator birds. They are. Don't mess with a falcon.
I still think though that the fact that the Buccaneers, although wait a minute, if the Falcons are home, are they playing in a tree?
Yeah, I would think. Yeah. So this is what's that pirate doing way up in that tree?
Yeah, what that pirate doing up there?
And here's the other thing you need to know about falcons. If the falcons are in fact at home, falcons are the birds that perch at the absolute highest point of the tree. Falcons are the birds that live in downtown areas because they perch in skyscrapers. So this buccaneer is way high up in the tree.
And it could fall and die.
Well, he's bulky, fluffy skirts, and a lot of things are going to catch.
Maybe he's seasick from being on the boat, rocking that back and forth. So it doesn't have a good sense of balance.
How did he get in the tree? Something bad is already. All right, I'm guessing you're taking the Falcons over.
Yeah, I guess so. It wasn't my intention at first.
Okay.
But
all right, next game. Let's go with the Rams at the Ravens. Your daughter was at the last Rams game, was she not?
Yes, she was. And do you know, I don't even know if they won. I didn't ask her.
Last week. What did the Rams do? Oh, the Rams won. They beat the Browns last week.
Yay! I think I picked them. Well, I did in her honor.
Yeah, I believe you did it. Let's make sure.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want her to have bad juju. Can we still say that too?
No, not while we're at war.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah, the Rams beat the Browns last week. Okay. So you did pick that. That was one of your victories. All right, who do you like here? Rams taking on the Ravens in Baltimore or I guess in a tree where a Raven lives.
Right, but they seem like they could bang into the tree and knock it down. Because isn't that what Rams pretty much do? They just knock stuff over?
No. Yeah, not trees, though. They do. They knock things over, but not trees and not mountains. And Rams don't do that.
Okay.
Those things are kind of permanent.
I feel like the Rams would do it, though. But honestly, I'm always afraid to go against the Raven because I do feel like that will haunt my dreams.
They get in your head. The Ravens get in their opponent's head, and they make them crazy.
So easy to get in my head, too. So I would have to say, I still am going to have to go with the Rams and just say my prayers.
All right, there she goes. She's taking the Rams over the Ravens. Rams are disappointing, but they've been flashing up. All right, Lions, next game. Here we go. Hold on. Pull this up. The next game is this
Lions versus Chicago.
Yeah, but I want to see if there's a noon game. Yeah, it is. It's a noon game. Lions at Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like we can ask Google, don't we? Isn't this one Google? This seems like a no-brainer. All right, hold on. Make it nice and quiet. All right, here we go. So, Google, I was wondering, Who'd win in a fight between a bear and a lion? Who'd win?
A to Z animals. The bear could smash the lion with devastating paw and claw strikes and then move in for a bite to cause serious injuries. This fight would probably not be over quickly, but the lion would take far more damage than it gives. In the end, the bear would be hurt, but the lion would be dead.
See, now I just remembered. Yeah, that's kind of fatalistic. I think we did this last time.
I thought so, but then I thought maybe it was a bear versus a panther.
Or maybe it was a lion versus a jaguar or something. I think we've done a bunch of these different concoctions. Here's all I know. I have really lost respect for the lion this year. I would have thought the lion. I think the jaguar beat the lion right when we asked Google. Let me just hold on.
I think so. I think we were surprised about that. It was either that or Bengal tiger from
Can
Bangladesh.
a panther beat a lion?
Check A to Z.
Yeah, and it just says it's not repeating. It says the lion. Okay, so lion versus panther. It looks like a lion would beat a panther. Okay, moving on. I don't want to ruin the game as we go forward. They might play. Right? We don't need to know.
I would have to say, especially since a bear is home, I'm gonna say that a bear could beat a lion because that seems to be what A to Z animals seems to think.
Them's facts.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to go with the bear. Frankly, I don't see either of these teams doing great things on Sunday, but we'll pick the Bears.
I don't know how A to Z animal. How do they have the gall to say what this is? I mean, outside. When have a lion and outside of like Elon Musk's backyard? When has a lion and a bear ever fought? I don't think that's a thing that has ever happened. Some billionaire probably did this once on 4th of July for his friends, but I mean,
do they even live in the same area?
No, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I want to emphatically say no.
They live probably. No, they don't even live together at Animal Kingdom in Disney World. Yeah, you know what? I don't think there are bears there.
Here's what I think. Oh, here we go. Here's what I think. I think lions are from a very specific place, but I think bears might be from everywhere.
Like the cockroaches of the animal world?
Well, I don't know about cockroaches, but I think that they're on every continent. I think every continent has bears. Oh, does Africa have bears? Isn't that a question? Because Jungle Book says so.
Yeah.
Hold on. Now we got to know. This is what happens. All right.
All
right, let me ask Google. She knows. Does Africa have bears?
Adventures. While there were bear species in Africa historically, the Atlas bear in northern Africa was thought to be Africa's only native bear that survived into modern times.
All right, so they don't got bears. They don't got bears in Africa.
If that's the one that if it survived into modern times, then doesn't that mean it exists? What do they mean by modern? It's the idea of modern is really confusing to me.
Well, can I also be like a middle-aged white man here? They're also talking about North Africa, which I don't always consider the same, like the Sahara Desert and pyramid stuff. I'm thinking like down in the jungle of Africa. There are no bears down there. That's what they put. There are no bears down there. All right, so Lions, Bears. Who are you taking?
I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Okay. All right. I actually think, I think that's a good pick. I really do. Jaguars are taking on the color brown or Brownie the Magic Elf.
Brownie the Magic Elf, who I'm not sure how much magic that elf possesses. I feel like it needs to find a Tesla plug-in station to generate itself, give itself more magic. I don't know.
Brownie's not.
Yeah.
This is a Jaguar. I mean, I don't know. How much?
I think a Jaguar could take. I question the power of this magical elf.
Well, I don't question. Okay, so you tell me they got magic. Okay, so what kind of magic? Like, can they, like, the kind of magic that can make a jaguar explode, or the kind of magic that can trick me into doing something silly? You know, like, what kind of magic are we talking?
Make the jaguar disappear? Is that what we're hoping?
Right, that would be magic if you could do that. But if it's just like, I am going to trick, if it's like leprechaun magic, which I get real leprechaun magic vibes from Brownie the Magic Elf.
Yes.
A jaguar would just kill and eat that leprechaun
and not even think twice about it.
Nope.
Yeah. So
and then not know why he did it, because that's the trick that the leprechaun played on him. Because that's all the leprechaun's got.
All right, so then we'll go with the jaguar. We'll say that it's tougher than the magical elf because I'm going to have to do some research into what magic is. What is considered magic? Although that's dumb. Why am I investigating something that's not real? Do research into a fake thing.
The internet will deliver for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Something. State of this fact.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm still going to go with the jaguars though, but I'm going to look into this magical elf thing.
All right, next one, Panthers at Saints. Now, last week I think it was Lions Saints. We talked about saints who had martyred themselves at the hands of lions. I mean, that's Catholicism right there. The entire religion is based on being eaten by lions. I don't know what is it, but Panther. I don't know. Panther Saints, Kelly.
Panthers. It's so funny. All I remember about Panthers from school, and granted that's like 40 years ago, was that they ran fast. I don't remember learning anything else about Panthers.
And you're wrong about that too, because you're thinking of cheetahs. You're thinking of cheetahs, aren't you? Cheetahs are the ones that are fast.
Don't they all run fast? Where's the slow cat?
Yes, exactly. They all run fast. They all run fast. But I think but when I like the fast cat is the cheetah.
Right?
Leopard. I think maybe a leopard is fast. I don't know the difference between a cheetah and a leopard. Are they the same thing?
I don't know. I don't think so. This is what I need my son Declan for. He's my animal go-to guy. But then Saints, they do have the ear of God, but I think God is busy doing other stuff right now.
Not when it comes to the Panthers.
Nope.
Not when it comes to the Panthers.
I got some wars happening right here.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're gonna have to go with the Panther on this. Saints are busy.
All right. She takes the Panthers because this is an ongoing problem with the Saints. Is that one of the main ways you get to be a saint is that you give yourself up to death. You martyr yourself. Mm-hmm. So how are you gonna pick the Saints to win things when their whole name is about losing with honor, falling on your sword?
Losing with honor.
It is. It's falling on your sword.
Yeah. Not wrong.
Okay. Moving on now. The next game. How about this one? This could be a fun game. The Texans and the Jets. The Texans are a real fun team this year, and the Jets, I don't know what they are because Aaron Rodgers got hurt.
Yeah. I thought he was coming back.
No, they said, that's not going to happen.
Well, good. Welcome back to reality, Mr. Rodgers.
Yeah. Not
even the good one, but
maybe if he'd been vaxxed, he'd be back.
I liked all the memes about him lying about that. That was funny. All right. So I think that the Texans can roll in there. They've got their guns. What's funny? My image of Texans is the vocal that goes with it is them dukes from Dukes of Hazzard.
Okay.
So I imagine like the cops saying that. So that's how I imagine Texans rolling into things. But ready to fight. They're always ready to fight. They're always ready to fight. So I'm going to have to go with the Texans.
You're going with Texans?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I really thought you were going Jets here, but okay. She's going with the Texans over the Jets. The next game, how about the Vikings at the Raiders? Vikings at the Raiders.
Isn't this like same? Like the strength of Viking is like the same strength that a Raider would have.
Well, okay, so here's the flow chart, okay? So you've got the Buccaneers, who are essentially pirates, but they're Caribbean pirates who are more into yo-ho, singing songs and stuff like that. Then you got the Raiders. The Raiders are more like the pirates who didn't sing songs. They raped your women, took your gold, and burned your cities. That's what the Raiders are.
Yes.
But like 300 years before that, there were these Norsemen called Vikings who were also seafaring vandals, if you will. But not, I'd say the Raiders are closer. So it would go Buccaneers, Raiders, Vikings, as far as I think brutality.
Why do I think that I heard that swear words came from words that Vikings used to say? And so that's how then people incorporated them as swears because Vikings said it.
I've never thought about that, but the F word, that sounds very Viking. Like just the way we pronounce it, that hard ooh with the ooh. They're big on the oohs up the umlauts. They like umlauts.
Sure.
Like that.
Yeah. So but Raiders, it just sounds like they're really tough. But so does Vikings. Vikings. I'll have to go with the Vikings. They seem tougher to me, especially if they were the root of all the swears.
Yeah. All right. No football commentary here, but if we're just talking about like the Raiders, like the Oakland Raiders image, he's got the knife in his, he's got the thing.
Mhm.
That guy's soft compared to a Viking. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A Viking is like, you know what the Vikings used to do? I told you this before. The Vikings they had these things called berserkers. Berserkers were dudes that would just go off into the woods for days, starve themselves, and eat nothing but like psychedelic berries and stuff. And then they'd reemerge when the war starts, just drugged out of their mind, tripping balls, just trying to kill anybody and everything in front of them. M's with Vikings.
Is that a paid gig?
I don't know.
Does that work?
They were, Germanic berserker Vikings.
That's pretty tough. They're doing drugs and fighting a war on drugs. That would probably be the only way I would do it. I don't think I could go to war. Too scared.
You could see why they would think they didn't know it was the drugs. They just thought that God was giving them this lack of inhibition where they didn't care if they got hurt. And they were
not like steroid drugs, like drugs.
Drugs, tripping balls, like floating unicorns and stuff like that. Yeah.
That sounds like superhuman strength. You know, when your kid gets run over by a car and a woman lifts up the car.
Yeah.
So, all right. More secure in that Viking choice.
Or you do too much PCP and you put your fist through the wall.
Mm-hmm. Or jump off the third floor. No. Sorry, that was when you smoked marijuana. You jumped out of the third floor classroom.
And died because you thought you could fly from one puff.
Sorry, Helen Hunt.
Yeah. Although, wait, wasn't that LSD? I think that was angel dust.
I thought it was just something like just pot because that was all we talked about at that time.
No. Okay, so here it is. We're going back to the 70s drug movies. No, the pot one was Robbie Benson, where he smoked a joint and killed his dad.
They always attributed so much violence to people smoking pot. That had not been my experience. Well, it hadn't in the 70s because I was like 8, but no.
Do you remember that? And I think his dad was Carl Malden, and his dad like walks into his room and he's like, "What's that smell?" And he opens up the closet and Robbie Benson is in the closet with a shotgun.
Oh no.
Yeah, and because he's smoking the weed and now he killed his dad. But I think Helen Hunt was LSD or something. I think that was a harder drug where she jumped out the window.
Was that an after-school special or movie of the week?
I think it was an after-school special. I want to believe it was an after-school special. I don't know. I've always thought of it as an after-school special. The Robbie Benson one was a movie of the week.
It makes sense. Good. I'm glad that we weren't feeding that to kids our age after school. Here, do some LSD and shoot your dad from the closet.
Hey. It's about the window. All right, next game. Seahawks 49ers.
All right, Seahawks. Pain in the butt bird versus 49er crazy old coot, but he got there and he could be very successful and rich. So you got to give him some credit. So I'm going to go with the 49er on that.
It's a seagull and a guy who is known to have a gun.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is even a contest, really.
Did we learn and the 49ers were driven out of the area by seagulls? No. I don't remember ever seeing that.
Yes. The gold rush of 1849 was suspended for an entire year when seagulls chased all the 49. That didn't happen. That's not.
No, I don't think so. I could have been absent that day. Who knows?
The Buffalo Bills at the Chiefs. Man. Yes. It's a game of two teams that could use a win. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, Chiefs don't need a win, but Chiefs lost last week and they don't lose much. So
no. Is Taylor Swift going to this game too?
Probably.
All right. I don't know that she's always good luck, so scratch that. We'll just erase her from the whole situation. I think the I would go with Buffalo Bills.
Oh, this is your upset pick of the week.
Oh, no.
Woo! I'm not going to let you back down from it because it's not an altogether terrible pick. And wow, could this be a good one? I don't care. What do you want to do? Guy named Bill, Indian Chief. You pick it.
I think that I'm not sure that Native American chiefs have it great currently, but the Bills have moved on and become other, kind of like Texans, tough guys with guns and being rough and riding horses and whatever. So I'm gonna go with the Bill.
Yeah. See, this one is perfect for the way you look at this because the Bills are, as we determined, Buffalo Bill Cody is the guy that the team is named after. He was a Indian fighter and Western lawman who survived all of these battles with chiefs to be a big time East Coast play guy who would hear my stories on the Western frontier. He was that guy. No Indian chiefs did that. So I think that means he won. So I think that means Bill faced off against Chiefs and won.
Yeah, I think he did.
I think so. I think you can rest easy with
We'll
that
go
one.
with that one.
All right, we're going with the Bills. How about the next game? The Broncos at the Chargers. The Denver Broncos taking on the San Diego Chargers.
And the Chargers are home. They don't have to travel a long distance.
No.
So I feel like the Broncos, well, of all the horse choices, I think, and is there only Broncos and Colts?
That's it. Baby, vulnerable, newborn horse and a crazy, big, strong, untamable horse.
Yeah, bucking bronco. And will be tamed by a lightning bolt if it hits it. So I think.
Let me stop you right there.
Okay.
Because I read a story just today about a dude in California who got hit by lightning over the weekend. He didn't even stay the night in the hospital. He got hit by, he's a human being. And so I started thinking about this because I knew that the Broncos and the Chargers were playing. And typically we give all this heft and weight to a bolt of lightning. And I'm seeing this story and I'm like, this is a West Coast bolt of lightning that couldn't even take out one guy. A Bronco is like 1,000 pounds, or I don't know what they weigh. So, I mean, certainly a direct hit from a bolt of lightning would jack up a horse, but I think it would survive, and I think it might
survive.
I don't know.
I don't know how many bucking Broncos are killed by lightning per year. I have not looked that up.
I don't think that's a statistic.
Very low. So, you know what, then? As much as I want to give it to the Charger, I don't know why, we'll give it to the bucking Bronco then, because, I mean, lightning bolts don't kill everyone. And all of them would have to kill all 11 Broncos. I mean, I got to think that we're going to survive.
They don't. Shockingly, people, remember That's Incredible?
Yes.
That's Incredible had a guy featured on there who was struck by lightning 7 times. And we all went, that's incredible. It is.
Amazingly.
Dudes get hit by lightning a lot. People.
Why? Why is it attracted to that one dude?
A bunch of famous golfers got hit by lightning.
That makes sense, though. They're out in the field with an umbrella, with a metal on top of the umbrella, holding it while walking in a rainstorm.
They're all fine, is my point. Lee Trevino, he got hit a couple of times by lightning.
Did?
Yeah, that's what he's famous for.
Oh, I should have known.
That and being good at golf, but
the
lightning is a big part of his brand.
Wow, very cool. Is he still alive?
No. Moving on. No. Cliff diving took him. Not the lightning.
Really?
No. Yes, 95-year-old Lee Trevino died cliff diving. Yes.
Well, that would fit.
Survived 2 direct hits from lightning, died cliff diving at 95. Kelly, Broncos at Chargers. She's going with the Broncos.
Broncos.
All right, let's move on to Sunday Night Football. Here's the game of the week. This is the most exciting game of the week. For people in Dallas anyway, because this is a big test for the Cowboys. The Eagles coming to town. Eagles in first place. Cowboys looking really good. I think Eagles coming off a loss. Woo, who do you like? Eagles, Cowboys.
Well, normally we go with the fact that we both enjoy Eagles, like them, love them, that they're a symbol of our country in some way.
We should point out we don't like the Eagles.
Right.
We like Eagles. Like Eagles, yes, proper.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Taking on the Cowboys, and I feel like the Cowboys have considered themselves patriots. So I'm not sure that they would shoot an eagle.
Isn't that America's biggest problem these days? People who consider themselves patriots.
There's a lot of those. But I think that I don't think that they would take on the eagle. I think that they would think that they were going down for a noble cause. So I think that I'm going to take the eagle.
All right, it's taking the Eagles.
I mean, I don't know.
I think the Cowboy's just going to shoot that damn bird. I really do. Especially if it's coming into his own home.
Yeah. Well,
you Cowboys. That's a cowboy in Texas. You can't step on him. He can shoot you. You come on his property. He's going to shoot that eagle.
But he would probably be coming at it from a really high angle. So I don't know. It might be harder to hit in the air. But I guess people do that. There is hunting.
Yeah, it's a thing. I've heard.
But it's illegal, isn't it? You can't kill eagles.
No,
that's against the law.
Oh, that's right. So you got to take the Eagles. The Cowboys cannot kill the Eagles.
No, they cannot. So
even if they win, they lose.
Mm-hmm. So we'll go with the eagle.
All right.
Go away, dog.
Monday night football's getting all weird again. Monday night football's. Well, we're gonna do 2 Monday night games, and we're gonna do them at the same time.
Yeah.
All right. So we got the Titans and the Dolphins. The first game, 7:15 Monday night. Titans at Dolphins.
Okay, Titans have to go into Dolphin territory, which is the ocean. And my original view of a Titan was King Triton. We still don't know if he's really a Titan.
He's not.
And
he might be. Wait. Triton might be if he's descended from whoever the Greek god on Mount Olympus made water. Who is that?
I don't know. Mephistopheles? No. I don't know. I have no idea.
Who did you say?
Mephistopheles.
You just had that word in your brain and you just threw it out.
That's true. I was listening to a song that has that name. I was talking about it.
I think that's like ancient Hebrew for like the devil.
Probably.
Yeah, something like that.
I think the song is 7 Sins, so that would make sense.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah. So I really feel like the Dolphins could win that one because it's in the sea. And while Triton may be a Titan, I don't know that all Titans are seaworthy. So I'll have to go with the Dolphins.
Yeah. I also think the Dolphins can win that one, but not for the reasons that you state. For a whole bunch of football-y reasons. That's why I think.
I don't know.
I think that this is the whole reason there are 2 games this Monday night, because Monday night had this one scheduled and went, we got to give people a choice. There's no way they're going to choose to watch the Dolphins run up 80 on the Titans.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
The Dolphins are good?
Dolphins went off last week. They went off last night. What did they score? They had 50 points, something? I don't know. It was a big game. They had a big game last week. All right, here's the second choice for Monday Night Football this week. Also at 7:15, it's the Green Bay Packers at the New York Football Giants. Kelly, who do you like?
Well, the Paper Packers have to travel to Giant territory in New York. All I know is it's Giants living in New York. I don't know where Giants' native land is. So, oh, God. I think the Packers could beat the Giants, and partly it's because the image of, what is that fairy tale character? Gulliver? Was Gulliver a giant?
Yeah.
Didn't they try to tie him down with some kind of strings? Well, don't you need strings and stuff to wrap up the papers and the reams and put it in the boxes?
They got access to string, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that they could trip Giant. They do have access to string.
Okay. Oh, look, you've got this whole scenario in your head where the Packers somehow outsmart 11 Giants. That's fine. 11 regular-sized union workers in Green Bay. Like I said,
They could go down like dominoes, though. If you just knock over the first one, it could fall back and knock over the rest of them. And then I don't know how they get up from there.
It's 11 on 11. These are like 11 dudes. These are 11 stepdads. That's what these are. That's really, let's boil it down.
Yeah.
These are just regular guys who snowmobile on the weekend while smoking. They smoke a cigarette while they snowmobile. That's who these guys are.
With a flask. And
you're taking them over a bunch of Giants. Okay.
I'll take the Packers over the Giants.
Okay. All right. There she goes. She sticks to whatever it is that she's got in her head. That's going to do it. That's this weekend's slate of games. we're done. We'll see you next week. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.